I don't understand why everyone assumes Thanos will die in Avengers 4. When everyone realized Thanos wasn't going to die in Infinity War, all the pundits and fans were convinced he would meet his demise in the next Avengers movie. What if I was to say that won't be the case? What if I was to tell you that one day you may see Thanos fighting on the good side with the Avengers? Within a very short period of time, Marvel and Infinity War directors, the Russo brothers, developed one of the greatest villains to appear in a superhero movie. Though we had glimpses of Thanos over the years and mentions of him here and there, we were able to understand completely his motives by the end of Infinity War. His character was developed in a believable and relatable way. I think it would be important for us to understand why I say he's relatable. For centuries since ancient times, overpopulation has been a contributing factor to famine, death, and the breakdown of civilizations and societies. State-sponsored family and urban planning has existed for thousands of years. Ancient Greeks colonizing and city building to spread out their citizens was one solution. In modern times, China had, until very recently, a one-child per family policy to control their numbers, and countries all over the world will have programs for the distribution of low-cost or free birth control, such as condoms. What I'm implying here is that Thanos was so well received by movie watchers because his motives are grounded, and of course the screenwriters and Josh Brolin were fantastic in bringing his character to life. Josh Brolin recently spoke about his time filming Avengers Infinity War. He said, "Yeah, you know what? I don't know what the future brings and who knows, but I love the idea of something infinite like this. I've never been involved in sequels. The fact that we've done some of the Avengers 4, but Infinity War 2, I'm going back. I'm going to do more, and we're going to do some reshoots and all of that. So I'm excited about all that. I love the Russos, I love working on the Avengers. I didn't think I was going to, and I actually loved it. I didn't even like it, I loved it. I like playing the character, it's Brando-esque, apocalyptic now character, and it's fun, you know. I don't know what the future holds. I've been surprised my entire career, so we'll see." Speaking of his career, it goes without saying that Josh Brolin's forays into the comic universe has netted him his biggest financial successes. It gives him reason to want to see his Thanos character live on past Avengers 4. He goes as far as to show his appreciation for the directors, his love for acting as Thanos, and his desire to be involved with the sequels. You typically see people try to write their own futures with interviews like these. Be it an athlete expressing their want to play for a particular team or an actor wishing to take on a specific role. The hope is that fans would be sold on the idea so much that if the decision makers weren't to fulfill their wishes, that there would be a slight problem on their hands, public relations wise. So besides Josh Brolin's want to continue playing Thanos, what can be gained by Thanos being a resource for future movies? Well, bigger threats are the most apparent to me. Fox and Disney have recently agreed to a blockbuster deal that would have Disney taking control of the entertainment assets of Fox. What does that mean for the Marvel Universe? It means the possibility of the likes of Silver Surfer and Galactus appearing in the future movies. I think the Avengers could use a little help from our Purple Titan friend if the Cosmic Plague should show his face. In the comics, Galactus faces off with Thanos, who is wielding the Infinity Gauntlet, so it won't be a stretch to see it play out on the silver screen. I think a Galactus-Silver Surfer combination will be a fantastic foe as the Marvel Universe begins to venture out into space more regularly. Speaking of the comics, I'm not sure if you know this, but Thanos doesn't die in the Infinity Gauntlet series. The movies have been known to drastically differ from the comics, but I see no reason why they can't keep the essence of the comics in this case, with Thanos surviving and living as a humble farmer. In later comics, Adam Warlock would create the Infinity Watch with the purpose of separating and defending the Infinity Stones. He even goes as far as to give Thanos an Infinity Stone, the Reality Stone, to take care of. The comics saw use for Thanos after the Infinity Gauntlet, and I believe Disney will as well. To lose such a great written character and a powerhouse actor playing him would be a huge loss to the franchise. But what do you do with Thanos in Avengers 4, you might ask? Well, we of course don't know how the Avengers will handle Thanos, but they'll have to separate him from his gauntlet and then separate the stones from the gauntlet itself. In a weakened state without his gauntlet, they could kill him, but with a soul stone in their possession, I believe they can reverse all the deaths caused by the snap. With all the living things restored, his crime might not warrant his death. The Avengers can then lock Thanos away in the Soul Stone, or perhaps lock him up in some sort of prison, or exile him to a remote area of the universe. These ideas give the possibility of his escape and rejoining storylines in the future, sort of how we saw Red Skull's cameo in Infinity War. I for one would love to see a humble Thanos ready to redeem himself against a greater enemy, and I wouldn't be surprised of his appearance in Avengers 5. Thank you for listening, and subscribe if you'd like to know more about what I don't understand.